And it looks like we are live, so I will say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this fine Monday? Oh, sorry, if you can guess why I'm late, it was because of very hard work. Yeah, so how's it going? How are you doing? What have you been up to? I've been having a hell of a week. It went up and down and up and down and roundabouts. Start of the week was pretty great. We had the kids went on a new medication to help with their ADHD and autism. Well, mostly their ADHD, and it seems to have worked.
Seems.
Seems tentative. Knock on wood, as they say. I'm hoping that works out because it will make them a lot happier, and it will make doing schoolwork a lot easier and not stressful. So that's good. Same day, we got new internet. Gig up, gig down, I mean, and spoilers, but gig up, which around these parts is like witchcraft. Just realized I can turn my fans on again. So that's fucking awesome. And then got all that sorted out, went to go and do my work, and it turned out that when you change providers, or more importantly, when you change your router, it it decides that you're on a brand new network, even though everything else about our home network was exactly the same. It's decided that we're on a new network, which is fine for like 99% of people. But if you use any kind of network attached storage, you kind of get fucked because it killed basically all of our network sort of hard drives. And I've got this place set up with some
I
pretty.
know, the network liked me.
No, part of it liked you. The other part didn't. You just were unaware of that because you don't use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he likes me.
And for the life of me, I could not get that shit to fix itself. So it was basically because I'd built my own very, very high performance.
Hey, Demon Orb, you very sexy man. Welcome to Handsome again.
He's not. He didn't go back in. He just used the fucking. He used the free
Yeah, but if you
super chat. It's a free super chat that he gets with it. I guess it's not free. I guess it costs as much as the thing.
Yeah, but it says he's handsome, so I have to say it.
Well, that's true. But
Hi,
yeah,
Uton.
it broke basically the thing I used to get my work done, which is bad for very fucking obvious reasons. And getting it fixed was a horrendous pain in the ass, and I couldn't get half of it fixed. And part of our workflow is I start working on a video, and then I send it over to Mrs. Sick, and she does a bit of work on it, and then she sends it back, and I finish it off. And that was completely broken. The last couple of videos that I worked on, I had to fucking send her a USB like some sort of caveman, and have her copy files from her to me and back again, and blah blah blah. And I was like, right, you know what? I am fucking sick and tired of this shit. I am not a network administrator. I am not someone who knows that much about um, network infrastructure. Yeah. So I decided, fuck it. I'm going to buy a proper work storage thing. And I got this very nice thing, but I ordered it from the one company. There's two companies that I absolutely despise. One of them is not Virgin Media. Virgin Media are okay. They're just not great. 3Mobile. 3Mobile I dislike with a passion because they fucked us out of money when we were extremely poor and wouldn't stop fucking us out of money. It was really weird that they just refused to, like, we would ask them to stop fucking us out of money and they'd go okay, and then they continue to fuck us out of money. It was horrendous. I've never been so angry over the phone. I didn't say anything to them, but I had to pull my head away from the mic and just scream that I fucking hate 3. So that was fun. And then the other one is a local-ish. It's within driving distance, but it's still like pretty far away from us. but they have a location, and they're called CCL, and they are fucking terrible. Their user reviews are they've got all these 1-star ones that are just insanely negative, and then a bunch of perfectly good. It's very, very weird, but they've yeah. When we had the fire, I decided to get a laptop in order to carry on working while we weren't at home, because we were in a hotel for a week or so. And so I went and bought one, and I talked to the guys and said, okay, what about this one? And they said, oh, that'd be great for content creation. I said, and I need to record. So, you know, is it going to be good for that? And they went, yeah, it's fine. This thing, fucking noisiest goddamn laptop I've ever had in my life. It used to hiss practically. And I was just like, this is fucking unworkable. I can't record anything because it would woo up, and it was very audible.
High steps, welcome to Handsome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had to take it back, and I thought, okay, well, they missold me this, and we were quite used to Amazon customer service, so yeah, we went in and said, you know, this thing's a piece of shit. Next day, I need to return it, and they said, oh yeah, that's fine, 10% restocking fee, which was over £100 that they basically took off of me for mis-selling me something, and they refused to. I couldn't do anything about it. I needed something, and yeah, and they fucked me. So I vowed, this is a few years ago, never to fucking do business with them again. And I had been doing that until I needed this new fucking server, and the one that I found that was like ideal and met all my requirements and was a Synology one, because I just heard nothing but good things about their software. And they were the only fuckers who had it. And I was just like, I've got to swallow my pride. This is a business decision. They're providing a service that I need ASAP. What are you going to fucking do? So I bought it off of them. And then when it came to the day that it was arrived, I went on their website to check where my order was, and they hadn't fucking sent it yet. It was showing as not sent. And I was like, oh, you are fucking kidding me. And then so I went through all the steps. I started sending emails. I started making PayPal disputes. And then after, literally seconds after I'd done all of that, I hear a knock at the door, and someone fucking hands me the goddamn thing. It just, their systems are just broken. So while I still got my thing, and that's yay, like the stress of it was so fucking unnecessary. I was just like, have they fucked me again? And this thing ain't cheap.
Not just that. There was a video that stressed you out as well.
Well, I'm not fucking finished, am I?
All right.
So, all that happened. And then I was like, okay, at least it came. And I set it up and it worked. And I was just like, cool. And it worked simply and wasn't a fucking pain in the ass. And then I was like, okay, got video set up for publishing. It published and everything seemed to be going well. And then someone left a comment that said, is it just me? Or does the audio seem to restart at about 17 minutes in? And I was like, oh, fuck. Because I'd had an issue, and hopefully it was the old NAS.
I think it's a Vegas issue as well.
I think it's a lot of issues, but it's to do with network, because I render over the network because I have the system for that. And yeah, there was this thing where videos would just, partway through its render, it would just start the audio again for no reason. And I had been checking that, but because it had been such a fucking stressful day, I'd completely fucking forgotten to check. It's 99% of the time it doesn't happen. It has to happen on the days where you're not paying attention, because fuck you, am I right? So, yeah.
Thank you, it was about time.
The video...
What, to be a member?
The video
to be handsome.
was broken, and I had to fucking take it down and re-render a new one and just publish it ASAP. And that fucking sucked, because there's a very good chance that that video has now underperformed. Thankfully, it seemed to do okay, which also suggests to me that it should have done really well, which is kind of a kick in the bollocks, but at least it didn't do massively underwell, but it was so shit. And oh my fucking god. So then I spent the entire weekend playing Tears of the Kingdom, and that was really good. And I want to be doing it now. But, you know, I have shit to do. And it was, yeah, over the network, you madman. It works really well when it works. But then occasionally it has fucked up. Like, I've got a 10 gig network. I've got a 10 gig NAS now that has like 5 big hard drives and a couple of SSDs in it, and it fucking rips. That thing is unbelievably good.
I
And
just watched a cheese advert to get here, and it wasn't the cheese that lives on burgers. Cheese.
The cheese that lives on burgers. I like that. It was this thing called cheddar. I've not heard of this strange concoction. Is it from France? I don't know. I don't know where cheddar's from. I can't believe we're back on food.
We always talk about food.
But yeah. So, yeah, I had a really fucking stressful week. It really fucking drove me mad. When it turned out the video was broken, my brain fucking shut down. I had a full-on panic attack, and I could not think. All I could do, I made a lot of noises, and Mrs. Sig had to leave the room because I was just like, what do I do? No, 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 no.
He was being very loud, and I know when he gets like that, it's best to just leave him to it.
Yeah, like, you're not going to be able to help me. So I had to fucking figure out, like, I forgot how YouTube worked. And I'm not fucking joking. For a solid 3 minutes, I couldn't figure out how to do anything with the website. Because, for those of you who know, you know, but I have an anxiety disorder. So when I have full-on anxiety things, I can't fucking think at all.
No, your brain just goes, no information. We are now blank.
It's basically just disconnects. And, yeah. And then, once I'd had just a few moments to stop, I got it out within not a huge amount of time. There were people who were like, holy shit, you got that up again really fast. It's like, yeah. Like, once the absolute full nightmare level of stress has come down to a level that I can actually deal with, I get so much fucking done when I'm in anxiety mode. But yeah, I find everyone is stressed out. I mean, everyone is stressed out a lot of the time, but there are times when stress becomes higher.
It's not a competition.
Yeah. I'm not competing because, you know, I'm just better at stress than everybody else. Not at dealing with it, just at having it near constantly. People asked afterwards if I felt better, and I was like, I don't feel as anxious, but I'm never not anxious. That's what having a disorder is about. In fact, if I ever notice that I'm feeling not anxious for any length of time, I get anxious immediately.
Yeah.
It's fun. But the good thing about it is that for the week leading up to all that shit, I'd been constantly having these nights of staying awake and my brain cycling through shit that made me feel bad. You know, shitty, stupid things you'd done as a kid, when you were an asshole to someone, when you did this fucking stupid thing, when you did that thing, when someone else did shitty things to you, just anything that makes you feel bad about yourself. My brain has been doing that for like 2-3 weeks. Not for the last few days. And they're the best night's sleep I've had. Because when I have something to stress about, weirdly, that's the one thing that it kind of fixes. If things are going well, then I just start fucking...
You get lingering anxiety and it won't go away. It's because you're anticipating something to go wrong. But when things are wrong, you have a problem that it's there in front of you. Rather than just lingering somewhere in the near future.
Make sure Windows isn't set to shut off power to save energy for eternal ports devices, its detector seems to be off. That's not an issue if you're using a NAS. The NAS runs on a different piece of software. I don't know what Synology software. I can't remember. I think they call it DSM, Disk System Manager, or something like that.
It's cute. It makes little clicky noises.
Yeah, and it's fucking tiny. So I was running. The server I used to run was full of SSDs, which was stupid, but it worked at the time. I just wanted it to be fast. And it's in a huge fucking case. Absolutely massive. The Fractal D6 or something like that. It's a gigantic case. This one is literally a fraction of the size and is going to go on a shelf once I've sorted everything out. And I'm just going to do something about all my other stuff. I think the SSDs, like, they're not big. They were never big. So it wasn't that expensive to do. It was just dumb. I just wanted it to be fast and run off a server. And then I've got some spinning disk ones that are in something else. It's just, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, yeah. As you can see, I'm still kind of frazzled. And just before I started this, I was recording, so it's all go all the time sometimes. You got a replacement video out really quick. We were still watching the original video and hadn't even gotten to the problem when we saw the post, and again we're like, we got the problem then 0. Yeah. But fucking hell. I was not happy about any of that. I keep forgetting to pay my council tax bill for the past 4 years. I don't worry about it because they can't fit a meter like they did for the 2 electric and gas bills. I mean, they can take you to court, though. And I don't know if they can take you to jail, but they're certainly... I remember when I was very young and didn't know any of this shit. I mean, this is one of the things that I remind myself to feel bad about. But, yeah, for about 7 months, I didn't pay council tax because I just didn't know how to. Oh, yeah. Well, what they did with me is they garnished my wages. So, they might not do that, but they'll just take it another way. They'll get their money, I'm sure. Are you aware of the irony that a crusader used to be very religious? Wait, what?
No way.
No way. Oh, man. Now I look like an idiot. Yes. Yes, I am. Thanks for playing. I've too much to do at work and a big project coming soon. What kind of big project? Is it funny? Is it good? Hi, so sick. I love your content. I watch almost everything you post. Thanks for what you do. You're welcome, and thank you for watching it all. I watch everything. I'm an addict. Gotta get my so sick.
Sick fix.
Gotta get your six fix. Do you need an off project to help with the stress? What about building a hydroponic system?
I said that to him. I said he needs a project which is not...
I thought you were going to say we need hydroponics.
No. You need a project which is not work-related. Something that you enjoy doing that is not super stressful and time-consuming. It can easily be dipped in and out of.
Well, what I want to do and what I probably should do, and I know not work-related, but I want to start another channel and do stuff with the tech I like. And just have it be a 0.
You need something away from... I know you can't help it because you're like a natural little performer, right? And you feel like if you see something you enjoy, you're like, people should see this too. Because you can't help yourself.
But to be fair, it would be a very different thing.
Yeah, I know, but you can't help just having something for yourself. You have to give it to other people. You're a massive people pleaser.
It's what I want to do, so telling me not to do it, I was like, well, what the fuck?
To be honest, though, if I tell you not to do something, you're more likely to do it, so...
There is that.
Yeah, don't do it.
All I need is a space. It's what I've said before.
Sick porn.
Sick porn. I mean, you could get nudes, but it would just be noodles. Do you meditate? Dr. Benson technique, everything synchronizes after a while, you wind down. Um, I I do. I don't sort of buy into meditation specifically, but the idea of just being still for a while and just relaxing in a very.
I find it difficult to sit still for too long, though.
I don't know, when I had that toothache.
Yeah, but you go zen
The week
with
before I had massive toothache, so it's all been good.
Going zen with pain is a bit different compared to like trying to be zen in your anxiety.
Oh, I don't think that's even possible.
No. Like I can't be zen in that mind space because all I'll do is I'll sit there thinking about being anxious and I won't be able to calm down. It'll just make me more and more hyped up.
Tech stuff is good. I like hydroponics because it's fun to build and actually has a function. I have exactly zero interest in hydroponics, I'll be honest. Like you say that,
I don't know.
and I just think
it sounds interesting, but I'm not going to do anything.
It sounds like something I would go somewhere else to look at and go,
Yeah, we watch the amount of crap that we watch on YouTube, though.
And then go home and buy another handheld gaming computer. Well, not computer, but
He's a natural little performer. Yeah.
It's my birthday in a few hours. Can't imagine a better way to celebrate it as to listen to you. I can imagine loads of better ways to celebrate it than to listen to me. Get really drunk, get fucking laid, fight a bear.
Thank you for the monies.
Love is the answer, that's for sure. But I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. Do it. If it doesn't work or you don't enjoy it, then stop. Nothing lost. Well, I did try to do like game streaming for a while on the weekends, and I found that really stressful. So I think live performance stuff is definitely not something I'm going to do. But I do think that I'd probably, if not here, then when we eventually get a house, as the plan goes, if it comes through, I plan on having a proper workspace for making normal videos. Oh
my god!
But what?
The house that I saw.
Oh yeah, we saw a really great.
It was beautiful.
It was lovely. It was very fucking
expensive.
The biggest problem with this kind of trying to plan to get a house is the fact that I have no idea what amount of money I'm going to be earning this time next year. If it keeps on the same amount, then we'd be fine. But if it goes down, and to be honest, it has been going down a bit recently, it's hard to tell what's going to happen, and you can't really plan for things that way. That's why we're saving mostly.
Yeah, we're just in saving mode.
The idea is to just save as goddamn much as possible. Preferably just buy a house outright would be good. I don't see that happening.
That'd be fucking insane.
But trying to develop a more sustainable income is basically the plan. I've got some plans for like Patreon and shit, and actually offering something of value, but that's all in the planning stages at the moment, and I need to. It's going to cost money. It's going to speculate to accumulate kind of thing. But if that works, then we can actually start thinking about actually, getting a mortgage like crazy people. But, that's next year's problem for next year's sick, probably. I'm 18 soon, so it would be nice if I could get drunk and laid on my birthday, but I mean, it's always nice.
Oh, I'm just reading back on the older comments. It says, like, I get extreme anxiety in the grocery store. It's weird. I don't understand it. I'm like that. And most of the time it comes from the fact that there's too many people, there's too many noises, there's too many smells, there's too many, like, lights flashing and flickering, and there's just too much, and you just easily get overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I naturally go into anger mode. And I don't mean to, it just naturally flows into, like, I'm pissed off with this place now. And and so it's easy to get stressed when you're overwhelmed and not realising you're getting overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we realised about you getting or not finding places pleasant is you don't like the sound of other people.
No, I'm not a fan of it.
Which is why when a couple weeks back we went out basically for your birthday, for all
Yeah,
intents and
basically,
purposes.
yeah.
Because we didn't have the kids, and we'd had a nice evening out with some friends and grown up night out, and we went, let's go to the club. We haven't been in fucking ages, and it was actually a pretty good time. But the great thing about it is because the music's so loud, and we were worried that it would bother you, but because it was so
It's
loud,
just one noise.
you couldn't hear people.
Yeah.
The only people you could hear are the ones that were shouting in your ear.
It's not people noises, it's laird noises. Yeah. Like when we go to a restaurant, it's people walking, babies crying, people obnoxiously laughing, people chatting in the background, and people eating noises. And then you got plates clacking noises. You've got cutlery scraping against plates noises, weird squelchy food noises,
people
and
laughing,
then people
ever.
Yeah, people at the bar, people in the kitchen, and then I've got to deal with the people around me, which is you and the kids. So I'm like,
but then we got a pair of AirPods Pros, and it basically,
oh guys, brilliant.
It fixed 90% of that. If when you're out and about, you just find existing outside exhausting, consider some kind of good sound dampening. Like buy some really cheap earplugs and go to, like, if you find it really stressful in a supermarket, put in some cheap earplugs and just see if it's better when you can't hear anyone. And if it is, an investment in a decent set of active noise cancelling, either headphones or earbuds, would really be worthwhile. Like,
just constantly live in a club.
Well, there is that too. And two of your basket cases. Yes, it's called being neurospicy.
Misophonia. Yeah. That. But the thing with me, it's usually context specific. So, like, if somebody's eating like crunchy food and it's supposed to sound crunchy, like crisps.
Yeah.
If you're eating crisps and the noise from your mouth is a crunchy sound,
crunch, crunch, crunch,
that makes sense to me.
If you're eating crisps,
but if you eat crisps and there's a squelching noise, I freak out, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't like phantom noises because it makes me anxious.
Just found out my family is from North Islington. Nice area up.
Okay.
It just sounds like you just gotten diagnosed with cancer. Just found out my family is from North Islington. Someone like cuddles you, but not that close because clearly you're from North Islington. It might be. But
yeah, like the noises have to make sense to me. So like, if there's if you're in a nightclub and the music's loud, that makes sense to me. So of course that makes sense. But what I like, restaurants, I can tolerate a certain amount of noise in restaurants. What I don't get is people obnoxiously laughing at the absolute peak of their voices in a place that's public and you're trying to keep to yourself. And I'm like, oh my God, we're inside. Can you stop laughing or stop shouting or sneezing really loud? It's really fucking annoying.
Well, that one was aimed at me because I sneeze really loud. I can't help it. I have powerful lungs. Put on noise cancelling headphones, lol. Is that because the concept that they're sound cancelling and headphones because you have music playing through them? Because, I mean, that's what people call them. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no, that's rock pre-soaked crisps. Ugh.
It's fine, it's just whiskey.
And that's dirty. No, that's wrong. That's dirty.
No. I'm a loud talker. Yikes. Yeah, but it all depends.
No, I don't. I can, like, it depends.
Do you have an obnoxious voice?
Yeah, that tends to be as well. Like, Sick is very loud, and sometimes I do find myself having to hold my ears when he's talking. Usually,
no, you only have to hold your ears when I'm fucking recording.
And
you don't have to hold. We're having a nice chat in bed, and you're like, "Oh my God, he's shouting again!" Like,
no, but you do have a habit when you get excited about stuff you'll start getting super high in volume to the point where you don't realise that you're actually, to me, it's practically shouting. And you're always like, oh, you're so quiet, can't hear you, you're so quiet. Like, no, I'm talking at a normal volume, it's you.
No, you talk too quietly.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
This is not talking quietly, is it?
Your gain is up so much fucking higher than mine. My gain is set to about medium.
Right.
Your gain is nearly full. That means I talk normally. If I was too loud, my gain would be really low. So technology tells us, as a fact, that you talk too quietly, and I'm fine. Crunch, crunch, slurp, slurp. The lesser-known Doritos.
The worst one.
Milkshake.
The absolute worst one that I can't stand is the cat.
Oh, the cat comes up to her ears and makes licking her chops noises.
But she does it right. She does it like, I don't mind hearing it at a distance. It's right next to my ear, and it makes me feel sick every time she does it. I'm like, oh my god, can you stop?
Every time the cat does that, she feels me up. It's weird. You did say feel sick. That's what that means. That's what those words mean. Fuck you. Have you ever been recognized in public by your voice? Not even fucking close. I am nowhere near big enough for any goddamn motherfucker who I don't know personally to know what I do on the YouTubes. I have had someone tell me that they met someone because they were wearing a bit of Sir Thick merch. And they were like, oh my god, is that one? And they went, yeah. And I went, oh my god, I know that guy. But yeah, like being recognized in public by my voice is basically not going to happen. And also a thing to bear in mind is like the way I talk in videos is not how I talk normally. I project and present when I'm talking in videos. So the chances of you recognizing
He's
me
a lot more whiny in real life.
Oh, fuck you, bitch. Is basically zero. So you're sick, he's sick. His mic is too loud, and you know it's a euphemism, but it can't spell my bad sorry. Jesus Christ. Did you have a stroke halfway through that sentence? You don't want to be famous in your hometown, trust me. Well, I don't live in my hometown, so there's that. But no, like I wouldn't be famous in my hometown anyway. Like I very specifically don't want to be like famous. I want to have, I want to make something famous, not be famous. I think that's sort of a difference. I used to want to be famous as a kid, but then I realized that would suck. Especially once the internet kicked in and people did start getting ridiculously famous and it became such a pain in the ass for them. I was like, oh, okay.
He sounds more Yorkshire IRL.
Who?
You.
No, I fucking don't.
No, that's what someone said.
Okay.
Not me.
Oh, I just wander around going, Bayek. All right, Yorkshire, me. You had a right good do. I bet your mum knows you by your voice, even though I've never seen her in chat. I don't think she would.
No, her eyes glaze over at this type of thing.
When I'm talking, she just stops listening. It's weird. That's why he wears a helmet. Exactly. Sounds more like Warwickshire. Who?
Probably your accent.
We need a socialist economy crusader. What the fuck? I've seen you in public and can see you through the window. I mean, you are a demon orb. You should be at least somewhat powerful. Otherwise, you're kind of useless. Or are you just an airplane?
I can't remember
in
what
public, it should be easy to identify the guy wearing a helmet.
I can't remember. Is it Demon Pig? Is that what it is?
The Happy Pig Demon.
The Happy Pig Demon.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like that one. It's one of my favourites.
Its video is sponsored by the Happy Pig Demon. Yeah.
It's the only sponsor we'd ever take.
I've never taken any sponsors.
No, but now we're sponsored by the Happy Pig Demon.
Oh, we're not sponsored by the Happy Big Demon. I wish a company that I thought, actually, do you know what? This is a good product and I'm happy to sell it. But apparently everything that anybody ever does sponsorship deals for is just trash. Fucking Raycons. Garbage. Like, we're not even that big. Like, we like good audio because we work with audio all the time. But they are really bad. You can get better headphones for a fraction of the price. In-ears or otherwise. And then there's fucking Magic Spoon. 10 fucking quid for a box of goddamn cereal. No. Bad. What is the other ones? All the VPNs.
The VPNs, yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem selling one of them if they didn't make it really fucking hard to quit.
There's Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends, who won't fucking leave me alone, even though I literally told them to fuck off. Raid Shadow Legends is my favourite game. Learned about it from you. It's not even a fucking game. It's not a game. It's just like a tap screen simulator.
It's tat.
It's absolute fucking garbage. Oh, I can't think of any, like...
What's the fruit box thing?
A fruit box.
Yeah, there's people who do the fruit box. Is it a fruit box?
I don't fucking know.
I'm sure chat knows what I'm talking about.
There was the one established titles, which sounded kind of like fun, but then I looked into it more and it's just absolutely like not true, and they kind of present it as true, and I was like, it sounds like bullshit again. So I couldn't be bothered with those guys. Oh, like, not long after I decided against going with them, a fucking great big controversy came out about them. So that
Hello Fresh, that's what I was talking about.
They don't sell fruit.
I couldn't remember.
They sell meal prep kits.
Yeah, but I bet there's fruit in there.
I mean, almost certainly a lot of meals.
See, everyone knows what I was talking about.
HelloFresh is, like, there's overpriced stuff, which is okay. And then there's total garbage, which is also overpriced. It's just alleged monkey slavers. HelloFresh. What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck? Oh god, established titles is a whole damn rabbit hole. Yeah, so it's all been tat. And like, yeah, I could make like those for a channel my size. An ad read goes for at least $1,000. So I'm missing out on literally, I make 50 videos a year. No, I don't make 50 videos. I make 100 videos a year. I make 2 a week. My brain just really fucked the maths there. Yeah. Do that maths and see how much money I could technically be missing out on by not doing sponsors. But I can't, because I don't want to be responsible for making even one person buying a shit product because of me. That's not something I fucking want to do. That sounds terrible. I love the idea. If I could make $500 on a sponsorship, but it be from a company that is just good and makes good shit and has good customer service and doesn't fuck people about. Like, real, like... The idea,
yeah, the established titles thing as well.
The idea of having a ethical sponsorships is something I'm really all about, and no one does it. And I'm not the guy to start that company. I wish I was, but that sounds like a lot of fucking work. But I would absolutely love it if someone somewhere went, Here right. We're gonna go.
If you're an independent and maybe like you make whiskey, or if you make some sort of spirit alcoholic beverage that you like, you know what, I could probably mass produce this.
Right. If anybody in the chat has something they want to sell, send me an email and I will listen to you. And, you know, we can work something out. A private, like... a sort of a private sponsorship would be the best way to put it, and you get your thing sold, but it's like, if you turn out to be a dickhead, that's going to be part of the thing. It's like, if client is a giant cockhole and does something fucked up, I get to call them out personally, repeatedly till the end of time. So like, you're going to have to be damn sure you're not going to make any stupid fucking mistakes. Wool chambers just sell really good wool. I mean, there was fucking Fact Fiend. They did a sponsorship for some like, he was a guy who sold wool. This might be the same thing. I could be just not knowing, because I can't remember the details. But yeah, some guy like paid them 500 quid to do a shout out in the video, and they said, we're going to do whatever we want and we're just going to mention you. And they went, that's fine. And it made this random wool company that was like in New Zealand. I said, that was the best $500 we've ever spent. We made so much more money off of that fucking stupid ad read that just was dumb. We'll do it again. Ethical sponsors coming soon. You make it sound like it's going to be an all fucked up one. But there's seriously, there must be space out there for a much smaller payout for me, but that I know for a fact that what's being sold is actually a worthwhile product. One of the ones that I got, which I was like, oh, I'd really like to, but it was one of these science for kids things. Sounds fucking great. But they were £200 a pop. And it was just, I looked at it and went, I could source all of that for about 20 quid. And yeah, you've got to make some money. I don't fucking blame you for making some money. But 200 goddamn pounds? Fuck off. Are you fucking insane? That just proves to me that that company is doing this. Yeah, every company's out there to make money. Yeah, I get it. But they don't give a fuck about kids learning stuff. Otherwise, they want to get to as many as possible. No, they just wanted to make all the cash and look good doing it. It's just fucking, I don't know. I want there to be a company that I could work with. And I do think that, like, some fancy whiskey thing, like, it's a whiskey, it's overpriced, you're buying it because I'm fucking selling it, sick brand whiskey. I'd be okay with that. As long as I could fucking couch it like that. This is more about buying something to help me. But yeah, £200 scam. Exactly. Like, even if you get everything you're supposed to, like, there is the idea that something that leaves the client happy at the end, you know, whoever bought it, it's not technically a scam, even if it's overpriced. But it's like,
I've got a scam for you.
You've got a scam for me?
Yeah. I watched a video. It's a guy who's from the Czech Republic. And he says on the borders they have toll machines.
I know this scam.
Yeah.
There's
a big they have these really small signs everywhere telling people that you can pay at these machines.
Yeah.
But then they have a company bought a
small building in front of it.
Yeah, a small building next to the machines, which was originally supposed to be the toll booth place, but they said, "Oh, we don't need it now. We have the machine." So we've
automated it.
Yeah. So this company bought this place and said, big yellow writing on it, going, "We will. This is the toll station," and stuff like that. And it turns out like a lot of it is they'll just go online and verify something for you, something that you could easily do yourself, and then charge you like an extra €6 on top of it.
Yeah, it's a small scam.
Yeah.
But
the queues were massive. There's
but
so many
thinks,
people.
Yeah. And the fact that the government of that country isn't.
No. They said
did.
It said
but
you
it
brought.
Took a really long time.
It said you brought it to our attention.
They knew.
No, like there's other. This is a recent one that I watched. It was like quite a recent.
I mean,
one.
there's probably some other places, but I
guy,
saw this years ago.
Well, the one I saw was like but it was quite a recent one. But he was he went to like the head of transport and spoke to him about it and stuff like that. and they said they're actually going to put things in place to make it more obvious for the tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I it just goes to show, like, people will try and pull anything.
Make a pump and dump atheist coin crypto. See,
Oh my god.
well, that's a really fun idea, and I could, no matter, the problem with it is that no matter how hard I made it clear of what I'm going to do,
thank you, Duncan.
someone somewhere would be able to then buy it up and then sell it to people who don't know that it's a meme. And they would then make a shitload of money out and scam different people. That's one of the problems with this kind of thing. It's like, there's always going to be someone, like, anything where you have to trust another person not to be shitty and you have no recourse for them being shitty is not something I'm super fucking into.
Can I just say, Your Majesty, thank you for doing the currency conversions for all the people who don't know what a quid is.
The currency I mean, it's close enough.
No, he said one small stone.
One small stone. All right. In sick we trust. You shouldn't trust me.
Oh God,
That's the problem. And if you do trust me, you're a fucking idiot. Because I'm just as big an idiot as anyone else, and I'm gonna make stupid fucking decisions. Like, trust isn't even about honesty. It's trusting that someone isn't a fucking moron, and you shouldn't trust anyone, including yourself. Like I said, anything that I would sell in the future or whatever, it would have to be super fucking transparent.
Oh God, what was that guy saying now? He said, "You're all wrong. Just some of you are a little bit less wrong."
The scam of internet talking heads asking dumb people for money. Oh wait. Like, that's one of the things with my fucking crowdfunding things. I make it very clear that you don't really get anything of value out of it. And even what I'm planning on offering, I'm going to make it clear, like, it's not going to change anything in the long run. It's just, yeah.
It's so sick, the entire channel about taking the piss out of the biggest scam of all, fundamentalist religion, not wanting to scam people into being scam sponsors.
We don't trust you.
It's just like, here's a religion that is taking advantage of anybody. Anyway, buy my merch.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, at least with the merch, you get my merch and you know what you're getting.
And we actually did try to get the best quality one.
Yeah, we went with the best quality company.
And
the thing is, people have still been getting good quality out of that. They've just been fucking me about. So I don't even know what's going on with that shit. It's been like literally half a year at this point, and they're still fucking me about. And I just I shut my brain off from them, and then I saw it again. I thought about it again. I sent them a message. And, oh, we're working on it. I'm like, no, you're fucking not. This is your system. It should be fucking working. I do think we need to look into another company on that front. Maybe give you a nice task of doing a bunch more art. Wow, she looks super happy about that idea.
I've got shit to do. I'm working on my video.
Okay.
My shit little
what
project.
If I pay you £5?
I'm surprised you didn't open your wallet and go, eh?
I am an idiot. Now take my money. Exactly. Like, if I want any sort of transaction between me and you lot to be very clear that I get everything out of it. The one thing that you will get out of it is my continued existence. For what that's fucking worth. Like, as long as I can keep making money out of doing this, I will keep doing this. If it gets to a point where I don't make anything, then I'm gonna stop because I'll have to go and get a real job like an arsehole. Right now, it earns enough that I can just work from home and do this shit all day. And yeah, it's earning me more than any other job I've had, but it's not earning me like enough that I don't know. It's not earning me enough that I can actually start planning like real future shit. But I am trying, and I am working on something that again will hopefully fill that niche. How come super chats are only 150 characters? Super chats are varied in length based on how much you pay. If you want a bigger super chat, you have to pay more money. If you pay a shitload of money, you can have a fucking massive one. Personally, I just don't think that they're worth it at all. But that's because A, we read most of the chat, and B, it takes like nearly half of it when they pay it to me eventually. So if you're wanting to do it just to give me money, don't do that. If you're wanting to do it to do super chats, then fucking fill your boots. Absolutely brilliant. Any way you want to chuck a bit of money at my face, I am 100% happy with. But if you're wanting to give me money, PayPal is probably the best way, or Patreon is pretty good. You've got to collab with other YouTubers. I do have to collab with other YouTubers. Like I've said, like everything, it takes time with my brain and making sure everything's sort of working in place. I'm hoping that my new server doesn't just shit the bed randomly and that everything is okay. It's unethical and against terms of service to sell mod wrenches. Is it? Okay. It's kind of like paying someone to drop rattlesnakes in your backyard. I mean, it would keep the neighborhood children out of the yard. I mean, it might not, but they wouldn't stay very long. Why is Sir Sick red and Mrs. Sick green?
Because Cookie did the first artwork and those are the colours she chose.
Well, no. Sir Sick was always red.
Well, yeah, you were always red.
I was
that's
red,
what a Crusader looks
someone
like.
made a bit of artwork that included Mrs. Sick, and it was green, and we both went, "Oh, that's nice," and it stayed that way.
Yeah, it's complimentary.
PO box for this is one of those things that I need to fucking set up, but I just don't brain it. What I need, do you know what? I'm gonna order it now. A whiteboard that just sits there and has a list of things for me to do, so I get reminded of them constantly. Where would we put a whiteboard?
You've got a whiteboard in the living room.
Yeah, but not that one.
The reason we got you that one was for you to write things down on it.
No, I thought the reason we got that one was for me to write things for the girls to do.
No.
I don't fucking remember.
Because the one on the whiteboard on the fridge is for the kids.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
And then there's the one on the door as well.
I just need one where I can see it while I'm working. More merch, more cash. It would be, but they're kind of fucking me out of the cash. That's the problem. I'm not sure if they've actually paid me in a while. I'll have to give them shit again. Neighborhood children, they're all chained up in my... Jesus Christ, dude. Anyway. Oh, no, we've got 5 extra... Well, I say 5 extra minutes. I was on the toilet for 5 minutes. So I suppose we've got 5 minutes. So, you know what? Q&A. Fucking power 5 minutes. Lightning round, there you go.
Wait,
ask me stuff.
Isn't the carry pig's blood scene? What?
Wait, Cersei isn't the Carrie pig's blood scene. Like, do you mean that I exist as a bunch of pig's blood and that I occasionally fall on random women?
You need to write on the whiteboard to buy a whiteboard.
That's probably a good idea. Whiteboard. Remember to use whiteboard. Flood with merch. Could sell Mrs. Sick plus Mrs. Sick costume. Why do you want a Mrs. Sick plus... Why do you want a Mrs. Sick costume? Are you going to need like a stuffed mannequin to put it on and then you'll date her? That's what it sounds like.
I'm just letting you know, like, if whatever you're going to do with it, I'm not into feet. So that's just to let you know.
Can you say sick, sir, sick 10 times really fast? Say sick, sir, sick 10 times really fast. There you go. You're welcome. What colour is the toilet?
White?
Or do you mean after I've been on it? Like, white, but maybe needs a clean? seem to remember you on some kids' vids in a costume. I have been in the past, but setting up green screen is a fucking pain in the ass. So I stopped writing jokes surrounding the green screen. I would like to do it again.
We want a dedicated space for it because we were doing it in the living room.
How will Mrs. Sick kill Blossom next?
Wait and see.
Close est to face reveal. Okay. I've been dying to ask this for a while now, but do you actually drink exorbitant amounts of whiskey? Sir Sick always drinks whiskey. But Sir Sick is a character. There is a human being who plays that character, and he just drinks semi-regularly. Occasionally, he goes on dry spells. No, I don't want to disillusion you or anything, but no one could drink that much fucking whiskey. Whiteboard spray paint is the thing. Oh, whiteboard spray paint. Okay. I could have Mrs. Sick the whiteboard. Then I'd remember to do things while I'm...
Right. So yeah, when you find some shitty joke, you turn to me and go, ha, "Babes, oh yeah, I need to do that."
Bucket on your head and pig's blood. Nope, it's a Crusaders word, Guff. Diversify the brand. I can't remember what you said. There has to be female fans. There's a mask. Are you asking for fucking... Are you asking for porn? Sick, do you have a sex swing hanging from the ceiling in your bedroom?
No.
No, I do not have a sex swing hanging from the ceiling in my bedroom. Another channel, 2 times the cash. I mean, the other channel has to be like good or big or advertised anywhere. I mean, we do have another channel.
I don't know,
but it's not really advertised anywhere but
would you even have the time to manage another channel?
Well, I do. My fucking hobby thing that I plan on doing would involve another channel, but I just wouldn't manage it in the same way.
Okay.
Don't pull back the curtain. What? Next you'll tell me you don't eat cats or siege castles. I mean, I don't do one of those things. Care to rephrase that in the form of a wager? I do not. Sorry, the cats escaped and the bats in the loft are on heat. I found out I drink just short of a pint of vodka a day. They hid it in the super strength lager. What the fuck? So where's it hanging from? I'm
to the left.
To the left. It's a yoga swing. Do y'all have a dungeon? I wish. Whiskey channel?
Oh God!
That's the other thing that people get really disappointed by.
I really
like the taste of whiskey. I do not give that much of a fuck about whiskey.
I would really like a cellar because it means I could just shove you in there with all your crap, and then I don't have to think about it.
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna have the living room.
Can I have the cellar?
Yeah, you can.
Yay!
If you want a space to be away from me and my crap. Siege cats eat castles. Damn it. They got me. When are you ever going to do something good? He's so mean.
He's so sick of furry. He is furry, but I won't say him.
I'm hairy. I wouldn't call myself a hairy. I'm not that hairy. I'm fluffy more than anything else. Paper or plastic? Cash or credit? Celsius or Fahrenheit? Plastic, credit,
not
Celsius.
We don't do freedom degrees.
Yeah. Will Cessic ever forgive me? I don't think about you enough to need for you to need forgiveness. Like, you're all great. But as soon as this is over, I'm going to forget who was in the chat. Except maybe like 1 or 2 of you who are always fucking here. But even then, I'm not going to think about you while I'm doing other things. Like, don't take that personally. It's just a fact. Anyway, it's time to end the stream. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Bye.
We'll catch you next time. Boy. God, I hope